Hey, greetings, family. I'm not going to be up here for too long. This is your brother King Simon from King Simon Productions.eventbrite.com, King Simon Productions.wordpress.com, and Numerovation, of course, or Numeroversity on IG, and King Simon on IG. Also, you can go to numbersaresimple.com. That's also my website, and join the family because I am here to help guide. That is why I do what I do, to use my talents to help guide those to be better and to be stronger in their belief. Now, in what they believe in and what they know. You know, there's an old saying that I put at the top of this. It says, it is so easy to be successful if one can only get the right inspiration. It is so easy to be successful if one can only get the right inspiration. And that was said by this person right here, Shiro, a well-known numerologist from the 1800s. And from the premise of someone who studies the mysteries or the occult science or the divination sciences, what I've seemed to have learned over my research of many years of researches and continual years of researches, because I never stop learning. But he says it's easy to be successful if one can get the right inspiration, and knowing your numbers, whether it's the high vibration of the numbers or whether it's the low vibration of numbers, can give you inspiration to be successful. From the 0 all the way down to the 9, those numbers have those inspirational values that can lead you to success, because like you've always heard me say, that numbers are here as a guide. It's not here to control you, but it gives you the guidance that you need from a bird's eye view, either from your past or your present, to be your very best. Now, upon this recording, I'll probably be make sure you check me out on Brother Rich's platform at Black Magic 363. Also, I'm going to be doing Mr. G's platform, you know, the brother who wrote the book, his journey with Dr. Sabi. And also, I am expected to do Brother Sanetta's platform. And Sanetta and Brother Rich, I've done their platforms before, and those was like the catapult, so to speak, from those two brothers. And as they have supported me, I have supported them. And people got to realize that it's not how much I know, it's how much I care. So once I found that there is a way to use what I dub as numerovation to help motivate you with numbers, because numerovation means motivating with numbers, just the basic meaning, or motivating you with numerology. Just remember that numerology only means the study of numbers. But the study of numbers go on multiple levels, from addition to subtraction to multiplication to algebra, to whatever way you use numbers in any capacity, whether it's through the binary system of the binary codes of the computer. That is what it is. It is a form of numerology. And we are dealing with, those that are numerologists deal with the personal element of numbers and how it can help guide you, the person that's watching this, to be your very best. Now, I'm not going to go into this because this is going to be saved for Brother Rich's show about the 2020 and the 2020 vision and all that. So look out for that at Black Magic 363, and what the 20 really means, and compound numerology and tarot numerology and all that kind of stuff with the awakening and their judgment and all that. So we're going to get into all of that. What I see when I see 2020. I don't just see 2020. As you can see on the board, I see 40, I see 2000, I see 20. I see 0202. I see 0022. I see all kinds of stuff when I see numbers, because I like to teach my classes, when I do teach class, from a holistic perspective. And because all of us like to say, especially in the business world or in dealing with business, the numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Well, numbers don't lie not only in counting, numbers don't lie, according to physicists that says that this universe is made of is mathematics. It's all mathematics. They brought it to they realized that the universe is numbers or deal with mathematics only because they want to have a understanding. But even beyond that, you still won't have the complete understanding of this universe and what's going on in it. But although there's a thing called telemetry and studying those distances and all that kind of stuff and getting into that understanding and sciences of how numbers work in our life. So if the universe is numbered or it's mathematical, and the planets have a mathematical equation and weight and all breadth, width, and all that type of stuff, then we, the inhabitants, have a mathematical frequency and vibration that we are connected with. So we as numerologists, or I as a numerovator, like to use the birthday and the names. And most of us use the birthday of the name and show its positive and negative in the numbers that is connected. Because remember, numerology is the only system that actually transposes numbers into letters or letters into numbers. So A would be 1 and B would be in the modern, or what we call the more younger system of numerology. But in the Chaldean system of numerology, you find that the letters are interchangeable because our ancestors or our people of antiquity had a mystical meaning and reason why they did it the way they did it and why it came out so accurate. So I don't just use the Pythagorean system. I use the Chaldean system. I use sometimes gematria. I'll use the Kabbalah and use all that, but I use it from a very basic premise to help guide you, not to predict the destruction of this and all that kind of stuff, but how do you handle a destruction when it does come? How do you handle a situation when it does? How do I have to handle? Because I had to study myself and using the numbers and how the numbers have worked with me throughout my life, even before me even acknowledging numerology and recognizing that it is a knowledge and it is a science that is applicable to anyone's life, to anyone's life, to anyone's life. Because numbers has been existing before we even found it. The counting process, the dealing with time always existed. Whether we call it the time of the now or whatever, the continual now and all that, there's still some type of, in the now, there's still time in it. You know what I'm saying? There's still a time, a vacuum of time and space and all that type of stuff. So not to get too deep, it's just what physicists are discovering every day, because it's always new information and numbers are infinite. You can keep on going with numbers. People, 3.14 is, of course, the pi, and then it has a sequence of numbers behind that and all that. But the number system is infinite. So we never stop studying numbers. We just learn to adjust to what it is saying to us, especially with the years like 2019, 2020, and going forward. And although it's a Gregorian calendar system that we're under, acknowledging 2020, because the world in general, the world of business, the world of computer, all of that is under this right now, this construct of the Gregorian calendar. So that vibration is strong. So we can use this vibration to also become higher and not lower, to also become constructive and not obstructive or destructive, like I like to say in different sessions. So it's very important that we learn the different things that we have to do to be better. But I also encourage everyone to take the time to get a numerovation session with me or with Lloyd or Kaya, or get an astrology session or cosmophysics session, whoever you want to get that session with. Each one of the modalities that we profess or we talk and we realize over years of study that has really helped guide people. We realize that it does work, and over the years, it has proven itself over and over and over again, even to those that are skeptical. Even the skeptics' numbers say they will be skeptic, which is interesting. It's funny because It's the truth. It's a fact, actually. Even the skeptics, the people that are skeptical, even the numbers within their name, if I don't know their birthday, or the numbers within how their name add up, or you'll find the number of skepticism, because many of us have skeptic numbers. And I'm not going to discuss that. I usually talk about that in my classes. Many of us have the skeptical. A lot of us are skeptical about astrology and numerology because of how it's been presented by this society. It hasn't been presented in its purest form. And when numerology, astrology, tarot, and all these different modalities from these oracle type modalities and these ancient modalities are presented from its purest form, that's when your pure side of your spirit and your energy takes it in, instead of the dilution or the diluted version that Europeans has given us in many forms to either distract us or pull us away from it or separate us, because everything has been, as far as Europeans are concerned, and this is no hate to them, I understand why they're doing it. And there's some Europeans that know and understand this system. Matter of fact, in most of the European numerology books that I read, they always take it back to the darker hue people, whether it's India, whether it's Kemet, or they call Egypt, or whether they go to Chaldea, or they say Samaria. They always take it back to the original people. Always. I have not read not one of them that did not have that connection. Then you have some people that has created their own German system of numerology. Then you have the Chinese, you have the Japanese, you have, of course, the India, the numerology from India, which I have books on that too, because I am a true knower in the sense that I like to know, because we're in the age of the knowing. Then I'm Aquarius, so Aquarius, that's the mantra for the Aquarian is I know. So I like to know. And I like to research. I know I will never know everything, but I know enough to guide myself out of depression. When I was going through depression, when I didn't realize these numbers, and now I understand what I need to do when I'm into depression. And I understand enough to help myself and those who ask, or those who do a consultation with me, or my family, if they're willing to receive the information. These things will inspire you for success in whatever you do. That's why Shiro said it is so easy to be successful if one can only get the right inspiration. And so once we understand that, even in our darkest moments, like Fat Joe said, even in our darkest moments, Fat Joe said, let your darkest moments bring you the most clarity. And that is true. Because even in my darkest moments, I consult the numbers. I consult information that will get me out of those dark moments. Because that's when in your darkest moments, when you're laying there, or if you're sitting there and something comes to thought in the darkness of your mind, might say, look at the numbers. For me, some might say, open this book. Some might say, call this person. Some might say, read that passage. Some might say, look inside your phone. And then all of a sudden, the quote just pop up. Your spirit is talking to you from your darkest times, in the darkness of your mind, and bringing light to what you need to do. So every little thing that can help you to be better, whether you're a religious person, whatever you're into, whatever, or you're esoteric, if you're a metaphysics person, whatever that you're influenced by, believe me that the darkest part of your mind, which is the light, is going to bring something of fruition that will bring you out of it if you really and truly listen. So on that note, family, remember, got a lot of major events coming up. If you want to find out about my events, please go to kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or go to kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. That's kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. And if you want to be my friend on IG, Instagram, please go to King Simon Productions, and you'll see all the events that I'm doing, all the events that I'm involved with from October the 16th all the way to November and going into December. IG, King Simon Productions. Also, IG, Numeroversity, that's Numeroversity, and on IG. King Simon on Facebook. King Simon Productions, that's a public page on Facebook that any amount of people can join. Also, MC Simon is one of my pages. So I got 3 pages on Facebook, really, but I also have other group pages too. I got Classes with King Simon, that's a private. Also, I got King Simon Production and Family and Production and Family. I got King Simon Events. I got King Simon Ultimate Lecture Series. I got all of that. But anything you see King Simon and you start seeing my face, that's what you become a part of. Become part of that community. Also, the Jejna Network, because I'm going to be next year is going to be about the Jejna vibe and the Jejna energy, because I'm going into a 7-year energy and I'm in the crossroads of my life, making certain. So I'm celebrating my 24th year celebration on November 10th, 2019, but 2020, I'm going to be celebrating my 25th year. So because I'm entering my 7-year cycle and I'm going to be celebrating 25 years, I'm right in sync. Everything is synchronicity. It is all working out. So that's going to be more of an educational workshop, seminar, retreat type forum. I'm thinking about if I'm going to do either a retreat or I'm going to do just an educational, applicable forum with 2 or 3 great teachers in the community from health, wealth, metaphysics, put it all together and make it all work. So family, look at my Instagram and you see that I got stuff coming up. Working with a young 10-year-old Abucho, October 13th. October 19th, Phil Valentine, Dr. Noel, and Professor Cause. They're doing the vaccine forum. October 20th, I'm doing a mental health forum with the one, the only Natasha Dezzoni. On November 3rd, Black Magic 363, Billy Carson, Stream Master, Gano Grills, Red Pill, Blue Pill. I'll be there as one of the MCs talking my stuff. I'm handling the vending. Also, November 10th is my 24th anniversary. And also I'll be speaking at the Baba Heru tribute and celebration of his years in comedic history and study, 50 years, on October the 27th at the National Black Theater. So you can find all this on Instagram, on my Instagram, King Simon Productions, or on my Facebook at King Simon Productions or King Simon or MC Simon. You can find all of this. But also, if you want to do a numerovation session with me, please text me your full name, date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may get this, whatever time you may get this. One love, one energy, and one vibe. And remember, this 2020 thing is all about being focused, being motivated, being disciplined, being clear in your communication. That's what it is. So you could avoid being self-contained, lonely, or isolated. Very important. There's a difference. There's a high frequency and there's a low frequency, but it's totally up to you what you want to do. Peace. Blessings.